Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name's Carmen, and today we have a reading about somebody who is I'm seeing somebody pacing back and forth. They're clearly like restless or impatient. They feel like they have to do something, or they feel like they need to be somewhere else. Sorry, guys, gotta fix my chat thing. There we go. We've got from the Ghost Tarot. We have the Four of Pentacles in the reverse, the World in the reverse, and the Knight of Wands in the reverse. The Knight of Wands being like the heavier energy here, right? Like, I know something isn't over. I can't hold on to something forever. So, for some situations, I feel like this is all about acknowledging that something isn't right for you so that you can turn to something that is right for you. So I did mark this as an all signs reading. You can check the description below in terms of the order that I always go in. And then after this live stream is done, I will go back in and put some timestamps in there for you. Otherwise, hello, Miss Christina. I tend to have some pretty badass moderators that help if you come in mid live stream in terms of where we're at. So, all right, you guys, let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And I hope you're having a wonderful day. Happy Easter to those that celebrate it. I know it's tomorrow, but we're going to say it anyways. And we're going to pull a few from the Situations deck. If you've seen my all signs readings before, I generally like to fill up my left column over here, the little business card holder things up top, and then I get into the all signs. I generally pull about 5 to 8 cards per sign, sometimes a little bit more, just depending on how we clarify. Hello there, Miss Joanna. Good morning. I hope you're doing well. Hello, Kevin. Welcome. All right, let's see what we have for you guys on this impatient person. Somebody's impatient because they are dealing with some sadness here, a sense of loss. Interesting. So remember I said we might have somebody that needs to move away from one thing in order to be able to move towards something that's a little bit more their pace. That doesn't have to be a person, but I do feel like for the majority of you, that's what this is, right? How can I release my ex so that I can move into something that's healthier? And with the cleansing card in the reverse, for some of you, this is as easy as cutting the cord. Go ahead, Google that, but it's mostly vocal, so it's pretty easy to do. When I want to let go of somebody, I just speak it into existence 3 times. Like, this is something that feels to me like not a huge obstacle, something that someone could do pretty easily. So there is a need for somebody out there to, fully look forward, stop looking in the rearview mirror. Because I feel like you already know that you've learned the lesson from this particular situation. And there is even a demonstrable, reduction in wanting to be naked with this person. I'm just going to say it like that. There is a physical acceptance of this being done. Isn't that a nice way to say that? Hi there, Dina. How are you doing? Good morning. Yeah, see, this makes sense to me. We've got to let somebody go to move forward and find something that is more like a soul tribe or family feel, right? Like that ride or die, always respectful, always honorable. Yeah, we have our moments, but like the people that you can count on, right? There is a desire here to, I think, reunite with somebody or meet somebody new. Because remember, we're talking about leaving something in the past. For some of you, this is leaving something in the past that you already know is played out, is kind of the term coming to mind. Like, you already know what's down that path. You don't need to do it, right? And for others of you, sorry, but you're waiting for somebody that you didn't quite get to experience or date or fall in love with from your past, that's going to have the right timing thing coming together. For others of you, this is you meeting somebody brand new, somebody And I say brand new in the sense of like, yeah, you haven't like made out with this person, right? Like this is um, with the flowers, kind of like a fresh feeling. So you'll have to be the one that decides, are you more interested in like a fleeting past person coming back or brand spanking like sparkly new, right? Let's get some golden Lenormand for you guys. All right. This always gives me like Downton Abbey. I'm about to like tell you I'm in love with you vibes. If that makes sense to everyone else. But we've got a physical visit, right? Like this isn't just, hi, I'm going to FaceTime you real quick and, say hello. This is, I'm making a serious effort because I feel like this conversation is important. That's what the rider means. All right. Seriously though, Downton Abbey vibes. And the snake. Roll. So can we talk about how pretty the little like river is going through the background there? Anyways, the snake is not always a good sign. Although I will point out that the snake does also embody like health and vitality. So there could be something here about somebody working on their health, probably like opening that heart chakra, probably more so focused on like healing and dealing with some trauma, right? Hello there, Redbeard. How are you? And then deciding they have to chase after what they want. For others of you, there's somebody here that is coming in to make an offer because they know there's another offer coming in. Again, we're going to get to all the like real nitty gritty when we get into the signs, but Christina, you crack me up. Aw, you guys are so sweet. All right, we have number 26. The number 8 is important. I just decided to look at the numbers, right? 1 plus 7 equals 8, 2 plus 6 equals 8. So we've got something here to do with number 8. You might be on life path 8, but of course that's not all of you. We've got something I feel like someone needs to tell you. Remember the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse. That's like somebody who's decided they've held on to something for too long. That could be a person, an ex, or it could also be feelings. It could also be both, right? I love it. So there's a secret. There's some insight, some knowledge. Gosh, this feels like a Jane Austen novel to me, you guys. Like, I wish I could have told you, but I thought you were engaged to your own cousin. Sorry. All right. And we have the bouquet, which is number 9. And I kind of like that because there's progression there, right? Somebody is accepting their true feelings, not trying to muddy the waters or convince themselves what they feel is wrong. Like this is somebody who realizes, I feel something, I need to say something, and it's rooted in love. But why do we have this snake here? That's what I want to know. All right, so I don't normally do it like this, but this is how I want to do it for some reason. I'm going to get one of these Gypsy Oracle cards to clarify each of these Lenormand, and then I want to dive into the actual signs. And if you guys know me, or you check the description box, you know that we're going to start with air signs, Aquarius, Gemini, and then Libra. All right, still on the general though, of course. Sweetheart in the reverse, conversation in the reverse. Okay, so we have somebody that feels an urgency to have a conversation because there is a big, like, empty void between the two of you. Like they feel like there's something that needs to be said. For many of you, there's a conversation happening where someone will say, I'm really sorry. I believed somebody when they told me you did XYZ or you said XYZ. And I have since found out that they lied to me. But that's the only reason why I wasn't talking to you. Third party interference. For some of you, you're going to find out that the ex had a moratorium on talking to you, you know, like if this person was in a relationship. So we have a little bit of an ego situation here. There may have been a little bit of, I'm too cool to admit that I have feelings or that something actually did affect me, right? With the haughtiness. So somebody had to let go of their ego in order to be able to be honest in the situation here. And it does feel like a love situation. Hello there, Nancy. How are you doing? The whole Kevin, you're funny. Service. So this service card feels to me like somebody wants to do something nice. Like, especially if I believed something nasty about you and it ended up not being right, and I treated you differently because of that information. There's a sense here that, like, I feel like I owe you something. Like, I want to do something nice for you. I want to make it up to you, kind of thing, right? Sorry, y'all. I got to finish this little left column here. So I'm going to grab Kipper and then we'll get started on the individual signs. But we're going to move this over just a little bit. All right. What else do we have? Wow. Did you guys see those fly out? Or at least the gift one? So I'm sorry, guys. It looks like you have money and gifts coming your way. Okay. So after I was telling you that this person feels like they need to do something nice for you, very possible, right? Because this bouquet isn't just, hey, I love you, you know, it could be recognition from other people, right? Are you serious, you guys? 3 money cards? 3. Sudden wealth. Yes, let's just all claim it, right? Christina's got it down. All right, you guys, let's dive into the individual signs, shall we? We're going to start with Aquarius and, you know, go across the board here. For Aquarius, I'm going to feel drawn to the Masonic for you, Aquarius. Let's see what we've got for you. Okay, that's weird because I was just checking the time and when I looked up there, it was 13, like 33. And now we have the 3 of Cups in the reverse. So the number 3 could also be of importance to you. But with the 3 of Cups in the reverse, this is also really like hinting at a social community that needed to be walked away from, a friend that needed to be left behind, needed to be like removed, right? Something that is definitely toxic because remember we have this happiness card in the reverse. Aquarius, I'm going to lose my mind now. Now we have the 3 of Swords. So 3s are definitely important for you, Aquarius. And oh my God, did you hear my stomach growl? And we have a situation here where you were really disappointed by somebody's actions. It feels to me like they were really selfish when they said or did something to you. And it's become really clear to you that this person was either using you or just like uses people, right? And this is still kind of irritating or causing you to be angry. And I want you to really focus on what amount of power do you want to give somebody else in terms of ruining your day, ruining your opportunities, or ruining other friendships. Remember that anger is only as valuable as it can, like if it motivates you into action, right? If you're trying to just like wallow in this disappointment or anger, that impacts your ability to move forward and to have new experiences. So I really want to zero in on the idea of anger can be useful, but anger can also be a giant waste of your energy. Imagine that you're a contestant on Alone and you have to like be specific and like strategic when it comes to how you spend those calories that you have, that energy that you have, because it doesn't matter if you're a contestant all alone or not, it is valuable. Every day, that energy you put into showering, eating, reading a book, working, raising children, whatever it is you're doing, you are making a conscious decision. How am I going to use this energy, right? Sorry, Miss Joanna. I will definitely eat some food after this. We have the Nine of Cups in the reverse, which is basically what I was just saying, right? Like, you've got to be really conscientious of how you're using your energy, how you're using your time here, because there's something here that could be lost if you spend too much time in the anger zone or the heartbreak zone, right? But I do feel like there was a sense of closure here for you. Another freaking three. Are you kidding me? Three of gold in the reverse. Keep in mind in the Masonic Tarot, gold is aligned to wands. So because gold is made in fire. I'm sorry if you guys have listened to me explain that 27 times. So three of wands basically in the reverse. There's something here that was unexpected, unanticipated. And I feel like it's just, I thought I would always be content with this. I thought I would always be happy with this, or like reasonably happy, right? It's like, I can't believe that something I used to be able to at least tolerate has now gotten really under my skin. Um, there's a need to listen to your body. Um, do you get anxious around certain people? Do you pace around certain people? Do you get stomach aches around certain people? I think I've shared with you guys before, like, I've had relationships end, and right before the relationship ended, it was like I couldn't avoid feeling sick to my stomach when I felt like I had to like inauthentically like validate a situation because it wasn't that time yet to end the relationship. Somebody here may have like health impact because they are staying in a situation or because they are thinking so much about a situation. So really be conscientious. Like, what am I missing out on because I am real focused on this, right? And then with this unexpected card, I also feel like it's when you learn to switch that off or when you learn to be in control of those emotions or those thoughts that something else happens, something magical. So you have to teach yourself that if you don't already know it, right? We have the star in the reverse. Sorry, the sun, which is very similar to happiness in the reverse, as the sun card is the happiest card in the deck. It's in the reverse. Have you guys ever heard the song, I think it's by Sebastian Paul, called Impatient? There's like this element of, I can't wait for you forever. I know there's somebody that'll make you happy, and I know there's someone that'll make me happy, right? You're too funny. Hi there, Lynn. Oh, it's a band, the 1975. Um, super moody band, which I love. So, the Emperor. That's a beautiful energy to see after obviously talking through Aquarius. There's some energy here that has been difficult to walk away from, and here's you walking away from it. If you haven't done this already, it's in your near future. Did I say good morning to Lynn? I feel like I did. If I didn't, good morning, Lynn. All right, let's get some clarifiers here. I think we'll use the crow for the first 6 signs and then we'll switch. All right, Aquarius, what kind of clarification do we have for you here? We have the Two of Swords in the reverse, decisiveness. Right next to the Emperor, that is beautiful energy. The Hermit in the reverse and the Hanged Man. So there's a decision made, but there's still some sort of stagnation here. So Aquarius, it looks like you need to maybe just get a little bit of validation or confirmation that you're doing the right thing if you're doing something right for you, right? Which isn't to say that we should be selfish and just focus on what's in it for me kind of attitude. But if your health is being impacted, if your happiness is being impacted by a relationship that you have, then walking away is the right move and you don't need to feel guilty about that, right? And then with the Hermit in the reverse, I feel like you need to also be aware that finding your path is a big deal, but staying on that path is an even bigger deal, right? You can identify the right moves for yourself and then kind of scare yourself off of it, right? So stand committed to that and you'll avoid further stagnation, right? It might move a little faster than you want it to, but there's a decisiveness here that, like, yes, this is what you want to do, right? All right, let's move to Gemini. Gemini, you're continuing the trend with threes here. We have the Nine of Wands in the reverse, the Three of Wands in the reverse, and the Nine of Cups. Interesting because we also had the Nine of Cups as the third card for Aquarius, but that was in the upright. And remember, when we're clarifying for each sign, I'm clarifying the cards up here, of course, not the cards from the previous sign. So the Nine of Wands in the reverse is telling me that you did, in fact, understand the mission, right? There is something here that's not making me happy. There's something that I need to change, and you changed it. But I do feel like there are people that are a little bit shocked at your behavior, a little bit like, whoa, we didn't see that coming. And you may even have some people saying you're a little bit too focused on yourself, a little bit selfish. This could be some straight up gaslighting here. So I don't want you to be too focused on that, Gemini. You understand your own emotions. You have intuition and discernment. Don't let other people gaslight you. Because this comes across to me as you learning a lesson about somebody who is not loyal to you, somebody who didn't care about you. And I wouldn't put it past them to try to like make you feel bad for leaving. So I feel like, Gemini, you're dealing with somebody that wants to encourage you to come back when they know that you probably shouldn't have. Oh my gosh, this one gets me every time. Is it Peggy? Is it Lucy? You guys, there's like certain like second names for you guys that I don't know why. Like I can't put them in my brain's Excel spreadsheet. So forgive me. I think it's Peggy. Good morning. Hello there, Natalie. How are you doing? Did I miss anybody else? Yay. So yeah, Gemini, be careful. You've got somebody here who is they're trying to gaslight you is what it feels like. They want you to feel bad for doing something that you did for yourself. And I don't want you to feel bad for that because you did it because you needed to, right? Yeah. Queen of Cups in the reverse. Gemini, I feel like you need to know this person is an expert manipulator. they're trying desperately to figure out a new way to manipulate you because you have figured out what doesn't work for you, right? All right, let's get some clarification for you here. You do have some assistance coming your way. You're going to find some sort of easier path in terms of making this change or moving away from this person. The Five of Pentacles is here to say you put somebody out in the cold, or maybe even put yourself out in the cold, right? Like, let's get some distance, and you're going to have some sort of protection or assistance here. Oh, you got two of them. All right, we have Queen of Wands and Four of Pentacles. Gemini, I want to encourage you to hold on to the warrior energy within you. There's somebody here who wants to make you feel like you don't have any power in the situation, and you do. That's why they're trying to convince you that you don't have it. Don't give away any information you don't need to. I feel like in particular, Gemini, you're going to want to be kind of quiet in terms of like moving in silence. Don't give people your location too easily, right? I do feel like there's somebody who kind of wants to like figure out what your new life is or watch what you're doing. So be very cognizant of what you're allowing random people to get, right? With the Queen of Wands energy, there's something else that you're pulling into your life right now. I do feel like you're getting opportunities in terms of work and love. So stay positive and keep your heart and your eyes open, right? Like you don't want to miss whatever is coming in for you. All right, let's do Libra. Libra, we're going to use the Egyptian tarot for you. I got it. We have the Knight of Cups in the reverse and the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. So Libra, there's a sense here that somebody is throwing a bit of a fit or having some rough days because of a loss. And I think you know exactly what that is. I don't feel like this is somebody who's like passed away. I feel like this is the end of a relationship or an arrangement, if you will. Five of Pentacles in the reverse. You may be dealing with something very similar to the Gemini folks because it looks like you've got somebody that's trying to figure out how to stay in your life or stay when you want them to leave, right? That's why we have cleansing in the reverse. We still have to fully cut something off or be done. Now, some of you may have a reason why you can't do that. Maybe you're trying to sell a house. Maybe you're trying to work out child custody. That's fine. But there's something here that's an overreach and you know it. So, you know, make sure those boundaries are where you want them and then reinforce those boundaries because it feels like somebody is trying to be a little bit disrespectful towards that, right? Yeah, that's no fun. Red flags. It's like some people wave them without even realizing they're waving them. Page of Swords. This person's trying to learn something. They're trying to figure out a new approach. This feels like a person who really wants to ensnare you or find a way to like kind of like trick you. For some of you, this person feels like they can use sex, but they have underestimated your self-control. Some of you won't get this temptation until you've already started talking to somebody new. and I want to be real clear here, you guys, especially because I think we're in Mercury retrograde again. If somebody from your past that you have toxic memories of comes back when you have found somebody that you're kind of jiving with, like you're really excited to see them, you talk to them all the time. Like, hello, you know what that is, right? That's a test. That's a trap. It's a twat. Like, be very aware of people's timing. Be very aware of your own intuition. What is coming in for me right now? Who's going to potentially try to get me off my path, right? Like, I know it's a different sign, but this Hermit card in the reverse is a good warning for all of us, right? If you're on your path, stay on your path, right? So we have 10 of Pentacles. And I feel like for some of you, this is saying there's somebody who might want to come back into your life because they feel like you financially would benefit them, or you have had some sort of windfall, sudden wealth, right? If you are doing well financially, this person wants to come back so that they can enjoy in that wealth, right? Hi there, Tom. How are you doing? We have the High Priestess. So Libra, again, you've got intuition. I feel like you already know there's something here that's going to work out well for you, something you're already working towards, or something you've already been trying to, manifest, right? So don't let anybody ruin that. One thing about this particular High Priestess card, do you see how she has a crescent moon in 2 places over her head, but it's not here? That's because this is some element of the future, right? Trying to figure out the future using what we know from the past and the present. There's something here that you're not necessarily expecting, but it's like a nebulous, I feel like something good is going to happen, but I don't know what. Trust that feeling, right? Nice, Tom. All right, what else do we have for Libra, please? Libra, you have a new opportunity at love. But there is a need to have a fresh look at how you approach love. So make sure the healing that you needed to do has been completed before you move towards this love situation. Because there is somebody out there that is on your level. Ace of Cups, exactly. So everything you do needs to be, how am I working on myself and showing myself that I love myself, so that when I get to this relationship opportunity, I'm prepared to be my happiest, healthiest self, right? Because remember, we started off the reading with happiness in the reverse, and we're working to bring that upwards, right? So for everyone out there, not just Libra, when you're dealing with a sad time and it's hard to motivate yourself to do stuff, use that as an opportunity to work on how you think. Maybe journaling would be helpful for you, talking with a friend, therapy, obviously. But there's also an opportunity there for you to get back into something that you love that you maybe haven't had the time to do. Off the top of my head, roller skating, dancing, fishing, skiing, anything like that, especially if it's going to get you moving physically. It's a great idea, right? Those are the only kind I have. Name that movie and I'll give you 10 points. All right. This is for Pisces. So next group would be water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So Pisces, what do we have for Pisces? I swear one of you flipped over. I'm going to find you. Sometimes they flip all the way over and then they just laugh at me. Sorry, guys. King of Rings, which is the King of Pentacles in the reverse. And another three. So there's four cards right here. Three of the four are threes. So we have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse alongside the King of Pentacles in the reverse. So we have somebody who has been, I think, struggling with money, doing things on their own, feeling a little bit vulnerable, it feels like. Now we have the Queen of Pentacles. So within three cards, we have divine counterparts coming out, because when we have the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, these are people that are very, like, they're on the same page, right? But we had the King of Pentacles in the reverse. So there's something here about your alone time or having a little bit of an ability to be a hermit here that helps you regain stability. Remember, over here, we had the Kipper was very kind to us today, you guys. The Kipper has a horrible reputation of being brutal. And it was like, money, money, money. So yeah, there's something here getting better about your finances, and it's tied to your learning a lesson. Some of you may have had to put in the past some career or maybe you liked to gamble. You know, there's something here that you have changed. It's a pretty drastic change, and I feel like it's helping you rebalance the money sector of your life. We have the Two of Swords in the reverse. I feel like things have become much clearer for you in terms of making a decision. You're guided by your gut and less interested in what other people have to say about your situation. And that's working out well for you, because you may be called to do something that's a little bit out of the ordinary. We have the Two of Cups in the reverse. So this is clarifying meeting. You might be seeing somebody that you haven't seen in a while. It might be an ex. It might be somebody that, well, let's pull one more card. Be careful. This is one of those situations where I feel like somebody from your past reaches out because you're doing well and they are not. They are thinking about you. Maybe there's some way that they see how well you're doing, even if you've tried to block this person. But they are feeling down, and they feel like your energy would help them bounce back from whatever this is. That's not true. Whoever this is has karma that they need to pay off, and they cannot rely on your good karma to negate their bad karma. All right, Pisces, we have the Four of Swords in the reverse. I feel like it's a really good time to mention you're not going to be alone forever. All right. There's definitely a sense here that you've been like fighting this battle on your own, no backup, and you have found a way to stabilize things, or you're, progressing through that quite well. And then somebody wants to come and like mess with this, right? But that doesn't mean that you won't have somebody worth your while later on. This Four of Swords is coming out to me as you are defending yourself. You are dealing with things by yourself so that you have that confidence and courage to approach your life with a very healthy outlook, right? Like, if something is bad for me, I toss it out. If something is good for me, I pursue it, whatever it is, right? I know, I've joked before. It's really funny that my name is so close to the word karma. Should I just change my name legally? No, I love my name. Another three. So we have, and actually we have three twos. So the number two could be really important to you. We have the Two of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. That's interesting, you guys. This is really, really good. Okay, so like in other words, you're learning how to operate a boat on your own. You get good at it after a couple of difficult trials, really feeling more confident. Then some really big fish that you try to catch, like almost capsizes it, but you get through it on your own anyways. And then some other awesome boat person is like, hey, you want to boat together? So, in other words, I feel like there's a test here, somebody from your past that you know is not healed or you know is not the right person for you, comes back shortly before somebody else enters your life where it is a good teamwork situation. It is an equal give and take. So, Pisces, it looks like you just have to use your discernment and then you walk right into bliss. All right, let's go to Cancer. Cancer, we're going to use the Golden Art Nouveau for you. Ooh, I like to see that. Cancer, this is a good start. It looks like you may have been feeling a little bit lonely or a little bit disappointed after dealing with some issue in a community or dealing with some drama with a family member. But you have a new friend coming in, a new partnership. This could be a new boss, but I think for the majority of you, this is somebody that you meet that becomes a really good friend. This person is a good influence. This person helps to validate your emotions and your intuition because they also are quite intuitive. This is somebody who may have gone down a similar path as you before, so they may be able to give you advice in terms of how you approach the situations before you. But I really do feel this is somebody who has good intentions here for you and wants to see you do better. All right, so we have this King of Swords in the reverse and an Ace of Pentacles. This Ace of Pentacles is absolutely that sudden wealth gift. I mean, like, look at this. Hello, we're the same card. you know? Cancer, I feel like you see an uptick or like an improvement in your money right after you deal with somebody from your past that you know is not for you. Somebody who is harsh with their words, somebody who thinks they're always the smartest person in the room. Yo, like, is anybody out there actually consistently think that they're the smartest person in the room and then actually they are? Probably not. You want to know why? Because we all have different intelligence levels. Not only that, but it isn't just like you have one type of intelligence. You have spatial intelligence. You have, can you speak languages? You know, like there's so many different things we can do with your brain. I feel like this person is unyielding in their superiority. You know, like when you deal with this person, I feel like you put them in their place because I feel like you're smarter than them. The whole ass clown, Miss Joanna. When you put them in their place, you don't have to be a dick about it, you know, like you can be respectful. Sometimes these kind of people shouldn't be responded to, right? Like, I'm sorry, I'm not even gonna get into it. Like, respectfully, no. Um, Other times you do have to like assert your boundaries, right? This rejection or like fully understanding who this person is brings about a financial gain for you because you demonstrate to the universe that you know your value. We have Justice in the reverse, Seven of Cups in the reverse, Knight of Pentacles. Yes, see how he's got that pentacle in his beak? After you call someone out on being unjustified in their actions, and you show that you have clarity, because Seven of Cups is like, oh, which one do I choose? I don't really know. When it's in the reverse, it's like, oh no, I know exactly what's going on here. I know what I want. I know what I don't want. You know you don't want this King of Swords. So then you go about your way. Knight of Pentacles is slow and steady progress. You are maybe getting frustrated now and then, but you are still on the right path. So good for you. All right, let's get Scorpio going, shall we? Scorpio, this is the Gold Foil Tarot. It's really shiny. Page of Cups in the reverse. Queen of Cups in the reverse. There's an unapologetic energy here, Scorpio, somebody who is quite comfortable with emotionally manipulating others, while, of course, trying to present themselves as a very caring or got their shit together kind of person, right? No, no, no. This person does not have anything together. This person is trying to make their life happen off of other people's energy. In other words, I don't think they do anything for themselves. And I feel like you got sick of trying to help this person because they would not help themselves. Okay. Okay. I see you. We got some issues here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, for sure. So you tried to have a conversation and this person freaked out, right? That's what that was, because look what we have. The Devil and the Five of Wands. Like, that's some angry energy, okay? That's like, how dare you? You're mine. You do what I say. I hope you like my devil's voice. And then you were like, the hell I am. Let's talk this out. Like, I'm going to try not to slap you, but like, how dare you? I do not condone violence. We've got like a fiery conversation here, you guys, that happened that was like, you don't own me, basically. Somebody tried to exert control over another person's life and got slapped down. Like, no, you do not control me. Times they are a-changin'. Emperor in the reverse, trying to control somebody. Wheel of Fortune. This is all about somebody from the bottom of the fortune wheel of fortune, going to the top. Something is changing here because someone decided, no, I'm going to stop you right there. This is not your, like, I'm not a toy for you to just like manipulate and like puppet, you know? So I feel like I'm a little like uppity right now. I feel like somebody got really like pushed too far and was like, and we're done, you know? Yes, the plank, indeed. Two of Wands. Somebody's choosing a different path. Somebody sees a different life is possible. You see how we have very different colors that the crows can see depending on which way they're looking? Someone saw red all the time because they were in a bad environment. It kept them in a low vibration. But they're seeing now that there are brighter skies the other direction. They know that if they leave this in their past, they will have a better experience because they won't have to deal with this. It feels like a dark, angry blanket that gets put on anybody who's in this person's life. So we have made a decision, judgment. Somebody's heard the call. This is not for me. This is not my life. This is not my person. Eight of Swords in the reverse. You guys, this is a beautiful reading for you, Scorpio. I'm proud of you. I hope things didn't get too out of control, but I see somebody realizing what the truth is and making the change that they need to make. So like, if I could, I would hug you right now. Good work. You've made the right call. You are distancing yourself from somebody that was trying to control you, and you deserve to have control over your own life. All right, we're going to actually retire the crow, and we'll have the Tarot de la Nuit as our clarifiers going forward. What do we have next? Aries. We're going to use the Santa Muerte deck for you. All right, what do we have for Aries, please? Aries, you're a badass. Look at you go. Okay, so Aries, I feel like there's been a recent uptick in your life. There are things that are going well that haven't gone well in a long time. I feel like there's a sense that, like, your car wouldn't start for a year and then all of a sudden it starts and like now you're moving, like shit's actually working out for you. This feels like a change in energy, like you accepted your own responsibility for manifestation and now you've mastered it, or now you've figured it out, like you've seen some results from your actions and you're happy. The Six of Wands is all about recognition, success. I mean, look at all those people there. I feel like there are a lot of people that are happy for you, supportive of you. And with the Tower, I get a good vibe off of this card, and I don't always. I feel like there is good change that is really motivating you. So don't lose that energy. I feel like you're going to need it here in a little while to do something that might challenge you, but also be really rewarding. Five of Cups. Seven of Wands. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Aries, you're a little bit too much in your head about something. I feel like even though things are going well for you in certain areas of your life, you are still kind of focused on a loss that happened for you. Somebody that you consider to be like a bit of you, to use a British phrase, like somebody that you felt was a soulmate. And I think you're being encouraged forward. Like, let go of what this loss was. You may have, for example, lost a soulmate in a tragedy. My condolences if you did. But I feel like you're a little bit hesitant on something beautiful or perfect just for you because of this loss in the past. Maybe I don't want to lose this, and that's fine. But you got to talk yourself down from any crazy behavior because you do want to actually like move forward with this thing, right? So be positive in your thinking because you have more control over what happens in your life than you think. All right, Aries, what else do we have for you? King of Wands in the reverse. Temperance in the reverse. Nine of Cups in the reverse. There's a lot of cards in the reverse, Aries. There's a risk here that you're overly critical of something that you want, or you don't make movement towards something that you want. You don't take action, right? And then you maybe lose what you want. Some of you need to get a call to action that if you want something, you better go for it. Be that King of Wands. You're Aries. You're like the Emperor. So being a King of Wands shouldn't be a challenge for you, right? Like you got to be able to motivate yourself in a situation here. But I want you to use your discernment because it does feel to me like there's something here that is right for you and something that isn't right for you. So you might have to be really leveraging that discernment and intuition in terms of this is the choice that I have in my path. Do I want this one or this one? And even if it's a little bit more difficult or challenging for you, if you know it's the right one for you, then you go that way, right? All right, let's move to Leo. Leo, we're going to use the Bianco Nero for you. Hi there, Miss Tiana. How are you doing? Good morning. All right, Leo, we have another King of Wands in the reverse. Granted, that was Aries, but interesting because we're in the fire signs. Okay, so Leo, we have the Star and the King of Wands in the reverse. Leo, you have lost your way a little bit. I do feel like you still have that energy, that lion within you. You have that desire to achieve or that desire to be like recognized for what you do. And you are inspiring other people. You may not know that, but you are. I feel like there's a sense here that you are a little bit worried that you have kind of put things on like cruise control, because there's a sense here that you're not fully in control, that you're not the one making the decisions. Ace of Swords. Queen of Cups in the reverse. Leo, you may have a bit of a battle on your hands, something that has been difficult for you to be honest about, because you're dealing with somebody who is unpredictable, somebody who throws fits, somebody who gaslights. This could be somebody that you kind of have to manage. Like, maybe you don't really have the ability to fully get this person out of your life because of kids, property, whatever it is. But I feel like you have something that you need to tell this person. And it's an important step for you in your journey, finding a way to communicate this in a way that, you know, satisfies what you need without making too much of a problem. Well, that's lovely. You're coming out as the Empress. And we have the Six of Swords. Okay, so there is somebody here that you're drawing in. You've attracted somebody. So if you're in a relationship, this is more of like a job opportunity thing. But whoever you are, you've demonstrated that you have some serious skill, creativity, or ability to manage really difficult things. And I feel like somebody wants to help you. Somebody wants to take it to the next level or invest, whatever it is. All right. What else do we have for Leo, please? Page of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Ten of Swords in the reverse. All right, so Leo, you're being asked to find a way to get past that initial stage. It looks to me like with the Page of Pentacles, you know how to create something, you know how to start something, you know how to ideate. But when it comes to execution, we have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. There's obstacles here, maybe procrastination, a difficulty in terms of completing what you have started, or a tendency to get distracted. We have the Ten of Swords in the reverse. So even though there may have been some really difficult situations, you are learning how to move past that. And it may take a while, but you are becoming wiser and healing from difficult situations. And that leads into your being more successful. So Yay, money. All right, let's move on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius, I'm going to use the noisy cards for you. I think they're technically called the Classic Tarot. Sagittarius, we have the Two of Cups right out of the gate. I got to show you these cards because they're too cool. Isn't that fun? There was a love connection that disappointed. And it feels to me like both people are currently mourning it or upset over it. Someone felt overwhelmed and I feel like made a decision hastily. Maybe made a decision they didn't really want to make. So Sagittarius, I feel like in response to this situation that has been a bit of a disappointment or a letdown, you have approached something unconventionally. Like you want to do something or you're pursuing something that people think is a waste of time or foolish, but they're wrong. I mean, they might be right, but they're wrong. Which is to say they don't know your path, right? They don't know what's right for you. And there's a new path that's meant for you. There's something here that helps you let go of an energy that keeps you stagnant. So we have the Devil in the reverse. Now I know we have the Hierophant in the reverse as well, right? But there's this like happiness associated with it. Like, I don't have to follow your rules. I have my own rules, is kind of what's coming out. Like, if this is how I want to live my life, this is how I want to live my life. Not to like go right back to the Alone series, but the idea that like some people would think you're super ridiculous for thinking that's a good idea. Other people would be like, yeah, go make that $500,000. That's great. You know what you're doing, right? Somebody needs to accept that you know what you're doing here in terms of doing something that's a little bit unexpected or unconventional, because it is something that will help you let go of a burden or move away from a fear of some sort. You need this adventure, this journey. All right, what else do we have for Sagittarius, please? Four of Wands in the reverse, Page of Cups. It's my Alicia Silverstone card, because like seriously, you guys, if you've ever seen Clueless, tell me that's not her. That's her. We have one more to get for you, Sagittarius. The High Priestess in the reverse. All right, Sagittarius, it looks to me like some people feel like you might be regressing or doing something immature, something that is, you know, maybe something someone should do when they're 10 years, 20 years younger than you. But they don't realize that part of the journey that you need to take is going back to that playfulness, having a bit of that like childlike energy, right? There's something here about rediscovering your own happiness, rediscovering the world, doing something that is a little bit unconventional so that you can let go of energy that you don't need anymore. With the High Priestess in the reverse, I do feel like there's something unexpected here for you. And I feel like it's kind of good and kind of bad. So you might have something as a result of this choice that you want to make, you might have something that initially is a little bit difficult for you, feels like a setback, and then there's another, like a like a happier surprise after that. It's like your life is a movie to me. Like, what's a good analogy? Oh, I can't remember what that movie was called. There's a movie about the like 16-year-old Australian chick who sailed around the world and became the youngest to do it. I think it has the word true in there, but I can't remember. Her boat was called the Pink Lady, or Pink. And I feel like there's something like that in here for you in terms of like you set out to do something everyone thinks is crazy, but even with some kind of scary moments or difficult situations, it's still really good for you. Like it was the right choice, right? You guys are over here talking about butter when you know I'm hungry? That's so rude. All right, you guys, we finally made it to the earth signs. And Capricorn, I'm going to use the Black Tarot for you. All right, what do we have for Capricorn, please? I wish I could remember what that movie was called, but it's just like not there. I know it's 2 words. I can't remember what. Queen of Wands in the reverse. 10 of Swords in the reverse. So Capricorn, we have somebody here that is feeling like they can't get what they want. Honestly, this feels like somebody who realizes something is actually over after they have tried to use some sort of like, I don't know, I feel like somebody's being fake. There's, for some of you, an element of trying to trap somebody with sex, trying to trap somebody with magic. Whatever it is, somebody's trying to use whatever they have to get back into somebody's life here. And Capricorn, I feel like the 10 of Swords in the reverse is like a no, this is like legit done, like no coming back in, because we have somebody here who's a little bit too smart for the games, right? Like, no, I mean, so my dad used to always do this thing where he's like, oh, what happened to my thumb? You know, that's what's going through my head right now is like somebody, you know, like what, you're like 6 or something when you realize your dad's like playing a trick on you with their thumb. Like somebody wised up to this, right? Like I see through you. I can like still feel the energy. I know what your actual intentions are, or I know you're lying, whatever it is. Somebody was not fooled here. Knight of Swords. Somebody rushed in without saying the right words. Because there was no admission of guilt or apology made. It's like, let's just gloss over the fact that I was a lame-o or I treated you poorly. I just want to like pick up not where we left off, but like a day or 2 before that. You know what I mean? Like, let's just ignore what happened. And somebody was like, see, I actually have a memory for this reason. And then we have the 10 of Cups in the reverse. It's given me like, no, this ship has sailed. We don't have anything to rebuild here, right? All right, Capricorn, let's get some clarification for you. 10 of Pentacles, Knight of Swords in the reverse. Interesting because we have the Knight of Swords in the upright right here. So there's somebody who has been a little bit reckless around a soulmate or a family member. There is, I think, still a lesson that needs to be learned here. Someone was trying to rush things. Got that Queen of Wands in the reverse again, you guys. It's like bookending it. You cannot force things to be yours that are not yours. The Queen of Wands energy in the upright says, I know whatever is meant for me will be for me, and I don't have to do anything. I don't have to cast any magic. I don't have to like manipulate people. It falls right into my lap. What's up, right? This Queen of Wands energy in the reverse is, I'm trying to make things happen that I do not have the right to make, right? Like manipulative, shisty lion, like not good. So somebody is trying to cut corners on their healing or their process, their journey, and it's not going to go well for them. Oh, we're still going to use these. All right, let's move to Taurus, shall we? Taurus, we're going to use the beginner's tarot for you. Another Queen of Wands in the reverse. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Capricorn, you've been hanging out with Taurus? You guys like, yeah, what's up? I'm another pentacle. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. We have somebody who is doing well here, but struggling to be happy. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, especially because we have this happiness card in the reverse, can signify prosperity without happiness. In other words, is my success empty? Do I have somebody to share it with? Do I have, supporters? Do I have a good team? There's something here about somebody being like moving in the right direction, but not necessarily feeling like it's what they want. With the Queen of Wands in the reverse, I feel like there's a little bit of self-doubt. Like mostly what's coming through from this is somebody that struggles with the positive thinking, like this won't happen for me because good things never happen for me. Stop picturing the worst thing that could happen. Stop telling yourself that good things don't happen to you. Just stop. Envision what you want to have happen instead of focusing on what you don't want, because that's what you bring into your life. So if you want to, make it an experiment, try something different for the next week and only allow yourself to envision the things that you want in your life and see what happens, like you have caused enough, of the sadness to linger. You don't need to like live in that anymore. Taurus, there are good things that are happening to you, but you've got to be able to like stop and smell the roses, I get that, Tom. Oh gosh, that's so weird. You're talking about her being married, and here we have the Hierophant. Ah! The Hierophant is, by the way, a Taurus card. So this is you in your energy. You are you are learning some really valuable things right now, Taurus. I feel like you've been through a lot of difficult situations and somehow you are still progressing. You are that stubborn mule, Knight of Pentacles energy that, yes, it's cold and there's like frost on my mustache or whatever. I'm talking as a guy. Okay, leave me alone. But I'm still moving, right? I'm still walking forward. Somebody here is determined to keep moving, but struggling a little bit with the mentality of it. How can I stay positive? And it could be that there is a little bit of negative energy around you. I feel like there could be a roommate or a family member that has this like pessimistic view, and there's a need to like, you know, change that up. So you might need a change of scenery here. And I do feel like when you change your mindset, things become easier for you. In particular, it feels like with the money. All right, one more for Taurus, please. Oh, I love to see this for you. Eight of Swords in the reverse. This is beautiful, Taurus. New perspective. You've got a way out. You see a different light, a different life. So stay positive. Things are going to change for you. I want you to really focus on how you would want them to change. Envision that and stay focused on creating that in your head. All right, what else do we have for Taurus, please? The Wheel in reverse. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Six of Wands. That's like summarizing what we just talked to, Taurus. You have success on the radar. You are already beginning those successful steps, like things are in place. But you're being asked to consider who is around you, because you do have somebody who is jealous of you, or you do have somebody who's not as loyal as you'd like them to be. And I want you to be very conscientious of what role they play in your life, whether or not they touch anything of yours that has anything to do with your money, because this person does seem to be eyeballing your success or what's going right for you here and trying to figure out how they can like ruin it or take it for themselves. So be cautious of somebody who is close to you. All right, let's go to Virgo. Our final countdown. Virgo will use the Morgan Greer for you. Ten of Cups. Beautiful way to start the reading for you, Virgo, because we are clarifying happiness in the reverse. There is something here that's going to make you very happy and help you put down the weight that you've been carrying by yourself. So for many of you, this is a new love opportunity that comes in after a pretty difficult ending. Ooh, and then we have the Devil coming out. Saw him sideways, felt like I need to put him in a reverse. So there might be something here that you're working on totally getting away from, right? Like some of you may be giving up drinking, letting go of some kind of habit that's not good for you. There's something here about moving in the right direction as a result of something going well for you in the love category. Star in the reverse. Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. Virgo, you may be kind of questioning why something happened in your recent past. It feels like you got a little bit off track or something was lost for you. Okay, so we may have had a difficult breakup, right? So you may be feeling a little bit raw right now because of a relationship ending, but I do feel like there's some sort of good situation happening for you in the home. And with the Hierophant in the reverse and the Lovers in the reverse, I feel like it's a good time to remind you that whatever this ending was, this is not your forever person. You have somebody more your pace down the line. This is not your soulmate. So yes, it might have been a difficult ending. It might have been a really complicated ending, but justice is still coming to you. We have justice in the reverse, which indicates justice needs to come, right? We're waiting for that justice because like the universe doesn't really mess around with that. That's something that they do. So what does that justice look like? You have the Ten of Wands. Ending something that isn't for you. Notice her dress is on fire. It might have looked good from the outside, but if it wasn't the right dress, it wasn't the right dress. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. There's a relationship that is waiting for you, but you have to get through this other lesson first. All right, you guys, I'm going to end it there before it cuts off my audio. I love you, Christina. You're hilarious. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm sorry I can't read all of the comments as you guys are chatting, but I love to see it moving quickly because that means you guys get along with each other and that makes me happy. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend or rest of your week whenever you watch this, and I will see you on the next reading.